Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right, out here in the land, in the wee hours of the morning. Well, I like it, doing what I do for you. Got a nice lesson for you today. hmm Let's go. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. Message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You children are receiving them. You got a good thing going. That's right. Right thinker's mission. And yeah, that's what I'm on. Excuse me. There we go. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is a way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission. That I get you to do just that with the lessons I bring to you daily. That'll help you. Let's go. That's the purpose. That's why I do what I do for you. Know thyself is the question I ask every day. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's also what I do for you. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know is sleep spiritually. I can waken them on the spiritual line because I'm here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thing, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers. Let's talk about guilt, fear, are tools of religion. I don't like to rag on religious people, but I just try to make points using religion as the point. Let me show you right there, right quick. The tools of religion is guilt and fear. They got y'all feeling guilty or they got you scared. That's not a way to serve God out of fear or guilt. As a parent, I use guilt to make my point. When your child do wrong, you explain to them the wrong act, you go over with them, and you get the understanding that they feel bad about doing something wrong. That's the guilt game. We all play it. For children, it's good. As you get older, it don't work. So it only, like I said, that's the baby food. Okay, that guilt thing. Guilt, excuse me, yeah, guilt, that bad feeling you get when what? You know you done something wrong. That's human nature. You feel good about doing something good. You really feel good and proud and okay. But that guilt you feel for doing wrong, that's shame. Okay, simple as that. You need to understand that feeling at a young age. Why? Because it will serve you later. You will try to avoid doing what? The wrong thing to get what? That guilt feeling. That's self. That's guilt means from within your own. Why? Because you are the judge of your IRE, aka your actions. You are responsible for what you do. All that what I didn't know, it ain't gonna help you. So hence know thyself and know what you're doing. When you know right from wrong and you do wrong, there's something to come with that. Punishment and guilt. Same thing. Why? It's not good to do the wrong thing. Good dog. But let's talk about the number one weapon in religion for the Christians: fear of going to hell. Oh, if I don't do this, if I don't live by the commandment, I'm going to hell. Pretty much, yeah. But that shouldn't be the criteria to make you do that. Why? You should want to do the right thing. Why? To go to heaven. Simple. Wrong. Hell. Right. Heaven. Your choice again in life. We have choices. He gave us that. Remember, the definition of fear is false evidence appearing real. So fear don't exist in reality. You create the fear from yourself. I keep telling you. David and Goliath. The concept is you have to defeat fear. Goliath is the fear. You can't fear that. You got to go take him down. Just like Seth. You can't fear Seth. You got to handle him. It's the same concept. Different times, same thing, different way of explaining it. But it's still the same thing. So religious people are led by fear, not love and knowledge. If you have knowledge and understanding of God, you can love, appreciate, and worship Him and serve Him with knowledge. But if you just got belief in God and a bunch of superstitious stories, that don't really help much. I told you, religious people fear of going to hell. Religious people have fear of going to hell. Right thinkers, we've been through hell. We in hell right now. I ain't going nowhere until this part is over. So you have to make the best of it right here. Because when this is over, your choice to go where you want to go is up to you. Again, moving on. Our ancient ancestors didn't have idea of hell or the devil. It was your karma. You got what you deserve at Judgment Day. If you live the righteous and you live Maya, you pass on into the afterlife. Christians, if you live a Christian, Christ-like life, you pass on to heaven. Same thing, but it's all in what you do. So your IRE is what you're responsible for. That's your actions. I fellowship with Christians weekly for years now. And I'm learning Bible lessons from my Sunday lessons from my pastor. I'm not going to spend my time reading the Bible. No use for that. No, not a bit. Understand that. No disrespect. Why? I can get the lessons. That's why I go to church. So I'm not going to be a Bible verse thrower. None of that. I'm just getting the lessons and understanding and comparing it with mine. Like I tell my pastor all the time, I got the same concept, but I teach it this. Same concept. I teach this. So we don't have debates and arguments about serving God. We're doing the same thing, bringing people to God, making them feel better about themselves, and putting the work in for themselves. We can't do it for you. I love that. All right, where we at? Yeah, watch this. Now, from what I see, religion used fear to get you to do right. A lot of times that don't work. Scare them straight. Mm-mm. Teach them knowledge. We get them when they want to go. Why? Because they're more receptive. Scaring somebody ain't always the way to go. Religion is learned in 3 stages. Did you know that? See, again, yeah, to follow something and not know what you're following. I don't want you to be a right thinker, not knowing right thinking. Philosophy. Don't waste your time. Oh, I'm a right thinker. What's the philosophy? Huh? What the principle? Huh? What they go? Huh? I like being the right thing. I like the way it look good. I won't be like him. Think, do, and be, and you'll be just like me. Trust me, I'm no different. I'm trying to get you to understand that. But the 3 phases of religion that y'all probably don't know, watch this. The first one is listening. Second one is reflecting on what you heard. The third one is meditating on it. So those are Christian concepts that a lot of Christians don't have a clue about. You gotta do the first two. You got your ritual. Okay, you got the myth, story. You got the story. Preach each other every week. Then you got the ritual, going to church, fellowship. There's another phase that a lot of y'all don't get, like Masons. The first 2 phases just prepare you for the third phase. The third phase is when you have a mystical experience. Christians, if you're a Christian and you haven't had your mystical experience, you're doing something wrong. Come on, right things. I'll help you out with that. Let's go. Religious concepts, aka dogma, commandments. You commands you to do something. Let's go. Now, if you start off with the thou shalt not, who the hell is thou and who shall not what? Right thinking, start with I have not. Big difference. The ancients put the responsibility on every individual to do what they're supposed to do for themselves. So who you gonna fault? Who you gonna blame? Okay. Take the blame game out and just do what you're supposed to do and you'll be fine. When you cause fetters, You do the wrong thing, you're going to get punished. You should be punished by the parents if you're a child. But in life, I told my son, I got to hold you accountable to do the right thing now. Why? Because in life, they lock you up a place called jail when you break the law. So you got to be a law-abiding citizen to get through. So teach them that early in life. Watch this. Religions, Christians, the Christian mythology is no different from the Egyptian mythology. hmm hmm Philosophically, yeah, trying to get the same place we going. So understand that. I'm moving on. Now, in my right thinking philosophy, I teach you how to use your own life experiences, not the myths. Put yourself in his shoes and make it yours. Put it to life, manifest it for yourself, and you can become Christ-like. You can become Mark right, like whatever you want to do. Follow somebody who's doing what you like and pick up on that. Learn from somebody who know what they're doing. Religious, watch this. What was this word? Religion gives, okay. Religious believers give Bible lessons. Okay, excuse me. Religious preachers, right? It's terrible. Religion preachers give what? Bible lessons weekly. I go get my pastor's good at his job. I appreciate that. I'm a teacher. I don't preach, but I go get the lesson. Why? I'm a student. I'm learning something. I don't go to church just to go to church. No, I got an hour ride to get to my church. It ain't around the corner. Understand that. So watch this. Religions have a lot of false preachers, teachers, and more false followers. Why? Because the information that you're following, you don't know. You ain't even thought about who wrote the book. Oh, God wrote the book. That's what. Don't have a history of your religion, don't have a history of what y'all represent, don't have a study concept of what you're following. That's not good. That's blind. That's blind following. I don't blind follow nobody blindly. You have to prove to me to get my loyalty. If I'm gonna walk with you, I need to know where you're going, what you're doing, how you're doing it. I understand. What's your religion? I understand. I just don't partake or follow them. Don't have no use for them. Moving on. Why? I know the purpose of religion, but I also know the falsehood that's in religion. I tell you, it's the well-dressed lie for a reason. I can tell you that. I've been telling you that, so I'm not caught up in. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I studied Christian history, and most Christians haven't. But yet, when I try to explain to them about what they doing, they will argue with me when they don't even have the own knowledge that I'm trying to give them of what they study. So I don't have a problem. I don't do that nonsense. If I tell you something about your faith, Christianity, don't argue with me. Just pay attention and you might learn something. I'm not trying to do nothing but teach you. That's what I do for you. Moving on. Religion is now, understand this, big, big, booming business. Today, Sunday, is the day that they make their money. Okay? It's a business. When it's about money, that's not God. I understand. I'm going to donate to my church. I'm going to always put something in the pot because I know the house has to survive. So money does that. I'm not saying, oh, make sure God get this $20. I don't need your money. Moving on. If you go to church and they want your 1040 or your whatever W2, I don't need to be part of that church. I'm just saying I don't subscribe to that at all. So I'm hearing about how people go to church and they got to pay 10. Man, moving on. We ain't going. I ain't had that argument. Right thing philosophy is not a religion. What? It's the way of life. Religion should be, you should live it every day. So religion should be a way of life, but it's a control way of life for those who want to control those who follow that. I'm not controlling nothing except me. I want you to be able to do the same for you. So I'm teaching you how to do that to be on your own. I don't want you following me around. I don't want you spam to me like I'm somebody. No, none of that nonsense. I'm just a teacher. Last one. Appreciate you tuning in. Let me wrap this up for you right quick. Religion, excuse me, religious people, fear of going to hell, right thinkers, we have no fear. Why? We know hell. We've been through hell. We catching hell. So there's no fear. No. That's like being fear of going from hood. I never quit with that. I was working at UPS out in Seacoast when I got transferred to Newark. They don't know I'm from Newark. Man, they business. Oh man, you going to Newark? Oh man, you going whoa whoa whoa? Everybody give me how bad Newark is. Where you from? Newark. So I went home and loved it when I got there. Fit right in. So okay, understand that. Excuse me, right quick. Religious people. If you fear going to this imaginary place that don't really exist except in your mind, or in the pages of the book that they tell you about, they told you the Old Testament had no devil, had no hell. Your boy brought that with him, Jesus. Okay, so it wasn't always there. That concept came with him, the New Testament. Moving on. Now, you should serve God out of fear, but by doing the right thing. That's not fear. That's holding yourself accountable to do the right thing to earn your blessing. If you do the right thing for God, you got a kick coming. If you do the right thing by you, say la vie. Right thinkers, know if you do the right thing, and that's our whole goal, what, for God, he'll do what? He'll do the right thing for you, aka blessing. Because I do the right thing daily, I'm expecting to be blessed. The last thing you want to do is expect anything from man, but you can bet on that one. All you got to do is your part. Moving. Let me wrap this up. Again, I appreciate you. Now, I fellowship with good God-fearing people who live right on their own to earn their own blessings. The pastor can't bless you. I can't bless you. But if you do the right thing, he can. That's the name of the game. In religion, I don't care about that. If you do the right thing, I respect everyone who follow a concept of God. Remember, I'm a God-fearing man. I'm spiritual though. I just don't do the religious concept. I do what I do for you, give you knowledge and information so you can be your best self, aka know that self. That's the game plan for right thinkers.